everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to learn how to make this cute little bunny hat and a base. You can keep your Easter eggs in this, and for this I'm using 100% acrylic yarn, and I've used a little bit of blush for this color, and I'm using a 3mm hook. So without wasting any further time, let's get right into the video. So to begin with, we're first going to make a magic ring. If you don't know how to make a magic ring, I have a separate detailed video for the same. You can check it out in the description box below. After making a magic ring, we're going to chain 1, and now we're going to make 6 single crochets in that magic ring. So this is 1, 2, let me pull that string a bit, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After making 6 single crochets, we're going to pull that string and we're going to close the magic ring, and we will make a slip stitch in the very first stitch, single crochet stitch that we have made over here. I am going to make a slip stitch in there. So this is our row 1. For our second row, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to make 2 single crochets in each stitch. So in total we'll have 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So effectively we are increasing. So we have a total of 12 single crochets, and we are going to make a slip stitch in the very first stitch that we had made, like that. So we have completed our row 2. Now for our row 3, we're going to chain 1 again, and in the very first stitch we're going to make 2 single crochets. So here we're going to increase in every alternate stitch. In the next stitch we are just going to make 1 single crochet. In the next stitch again we're going to make 2 single crochets. So in total we are going to have 18 single crochets in this row. In the next again just 1 single crochet. Two in this. I'm just going to complete my row, and I'll see you once I'm done with my third row. We are on our last stitch of our row 3. We are going to make 1 single crochet, and we'll make a slip stitch in the very first stitch that we had made for our row 3, right there. So if you find any difficulty in locating your stitches, you can always use a stitch marker if you're a beginner. Now we are going to chain 1. For our row 4, we are going to increase in, like after every 2 stitches, like we are going to increase in every third stitch. So in the first stitch we are going to increase, so we'll have 2 single crochets in the very first stitch. Now in the next 2 stitches we are just going to have 1 single crochet each. In the next stitch again, we're going to have 2 single crochets. In the next 2 stitches, again 1 single crochet each. In the next one, 2 single crochets together in the same stitch. So I am just going to continue making this row, and I'll see you once I'm done. Now I am done with my row 4. I have also made a slip stitch, and in total we have 24 stitches in row 4 now. For row 5, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So again, row 5 is going to be 24 single crochets. I am going to keep making my single crochets, and I'll see you once I'm done. We have completed our row 8 as well. You can see this is how it looks. Our row 9 is going to be an increase in every 10th stitch. So we're going to chain 1, make 2 double crochets in the very first stitch. Sorry, did I say? We have completed our 8th row as well, and to begin with our 9th row, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to make 2 single crochets in the very first stitch, 1 and 2, and in the next 9 stitches we're going to make 1 single crochet each. So our row 9 is going to be an increase in every 10th stitch, which makes our total chains 33. So we're going to have 33 chains in our row 9. I'm just going to keep making my row, and I'll see you once I'm done. We are at the end of a 9th row, and we're going to make a slip stitch in the very first stitch that we had made. Now our 10th, now I'm just going to invert this, okay, because the other side looks much cleaner. So I'm going to invert my project, and it's also easier to work this way. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So our row 10, which is our last row, is going to have 33 single crochets again. So this is going to be our last row. After this, we're going to make the ears for our bunny, and I'll also show you how to attach the ears to this cap. I'm just going to continue making my 10th row, and I'll see you once I'm done. So I have cut off the yarn, sewn in my ends, and this is how the cap will look like once done. So for our ears, we are again going to make 1 magic ring. After making a magic ring, we are going to make 6 single crochets in that magic ring. I'll pull that string a bit to make it easier for me to work into the magic ring. 2, this is our second single crochet, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. After making 6 single crochets, we are going to pull that string and close our magic ring, and we're going to make a slip stitch in the very first single crochet that we had made. Finding that single crochet is so challenging when you're working with such a thin yarn, but yeah, make a slip stitch, and this is our first row. I'm just going to pull that string a little bit more. Yeah, this is our first row. Now our second row is going to be an increase in every alternate stitch. So we're going to chain 1 and we'll make 2 single crochets in the very first stitch. So we're going to start off with an increase. In the next stitch we're just going to make 1 single crochet. In the next one we're going to make 2 single crochets, 1 in the next one, 2 in the next stitch, and the next stitch we are going to make 1 single crochet again. So this completes our row 2. We'll have 9 single crochets in our row 2, and we're going to make 1 slip stitch in the very first stitch that we had made. So we're going to have a total of 9 single crochets here. Now our next row is just going to be 1 single crochet each in the 9 stitches. So we are going to have 9 stitches in row 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. After making 9 single crochets, we are going to make a slip stitch in the very first stitch that we have made. So our row 3, as you can see, were 9 single crochets, and we're going to do this for next 7 rows. So our row 3 to row 10 are going to be 9 single crochets all throughout. So what I'm going to do is I'll make 7 most rows with 9 single crochet each, and I'll see you once I'm done. Now I'm done making my 2 bunny ears, and before sewing in the ends I'll just show you how to add that pink color to our bunny ears. So for that I'm going to take my blush and we're going to lightly apply some in the inner part of the ears and blend it. That is how we add that pink color to our ears, and we're going to do that on this ear as well. And post that I'll show you how to actually sew in the ends and attach this to the cap. So I'll just complete my second ear and I'll see you once I'm done making both my ears. I'll just show you what is to be done now. We'll take the end and we're going to put our needle into the yarn, and now we're going to fold our ears like this. And that is how we'll actually sew in the end, so that our ear remains in this shape. Okay. This is the shape we are going for, because this is the perfect bunny shape. So this is how we are going to sew in the ends for both our ears, and I'm going to do this for the second ear as well, and I'll see you once I'm done. So I have sewn in both the ears on a cap, and this is how it looks like. This is absolutely adorable. So cute. So yeah, this is how our cap looks like once done. So to begin with the basket, we're first going to make a magic ring. After making a magic ring, we are going to chain 2 first. This chain 2 is not going to be counted as a first stitch, so we are going to make 6 double crochets in that magic ring. So this is our first double crochet. Let me pull that string a bit so that it's easier for me to make the stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After making 6 double crochets, oops, just let me make the 6th one first. What's happening? Yeah, after making 6 double crochets, we are going to pull that string and close the magic ring. And now we are going to make a slip stitch in the very first double crochet that we had made. So this gives us 6 double crochets. Now for row 2, we are going to chain 2, and so I just took the wrong string. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this I've made the slip stitch here. And this is our row 1. Now for our row 2, we are going to chain 2, and in the very first stitch we are going to make 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, in the next stitch again we're going to make 2 double crochets. So row 2 is going to be 2 double crochets in each stitch. So in total we are going to have 12 double crochets. Now I'm just going to continue making my double crochets, and I'll see you once I'm done. So here you can see I'm done with my second row, and I have made a slip stitch in the very first double crochet that we had made, and this is how we complete our row 2. So for row 3, we are first going to chain 2, and in the very first stitch we're going to make 2 double crochets, and row 3 is going to be 2 double crochets in each stitch. So once we are done with our row 3, we'll be left with a total of 24 double crochets. So I'm just going to continue making my double crochets for row 3, and I'll see you once I'm done. I am done with that third row, and I'm going to invert my project, and now we are going to chain 2 again. In the very first stitch we're going to make 1 double crochet. In the next stitch 1 double crochet again. In the next stitch again we're going to make 1 double crochet, and now in the fourth stitch we're going to make 2 double crochets together in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. Again in the next 3 stitches we are going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch, 1, 1 and 1. And again in the fourth stitch we're going to make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So our row 4 is going to be an increase in every fourth stitch, which means 2 double crochets in every fourth stitch. So I'm just going to complete my row 4, and I'll see you once I'm done. Here you can see we are done with our row 4, and this is how our project looks like. And row 4 will give us a total of 30 double crochets. Now we're going to make our last row, which is our 5th row, and for that we're going to chain 2. And for our 5th row we're just going to make 1 double crochet each in every stitch. So our row 5 is going to be 30 double crochets again, no increase in any stitch, just 1 double crochet in each stitch, and that will complete our base. So yeah, I'm just going to continue making my stitches, and I'll see you once I'm done. Obviously I'll just complete my row 5, and I'm going to sew in all the ends, and I'll see you then. So this is how our base looks like, and this is the bunny hat. Look how adorable it is. Thank you for watching my video. If you do like my video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Happy crocheting!